Hello everyone, this is Amritpal Singh. Welcome to the next video. Guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about the k-means clustering, very simplest of the algorithm under the clustering category. In my previous video, I've already explained what is clustering and how the supervised learning is different from unsupervised learning. So let's get started. So to understand the k-means clustering, we are having this scatter plot of our data points and we want the k-means clustering to create the clusters. But in this case, we don't have any classes or categories in advance. We don't have any training data. We just have this data and we want to create the clusters. So how does it work? So very first thing, we have to decide that how many clusters you want, right? It is up to us. We may like decide on 2 clusters, 3 clusters. Let's suppose we have finalized the 2 clusters. We want 2 clusters on this data, right? So what next? After you decided that you want 2 clusters, you need to place randomly a centroid on this scatter plot wherever you like. It doesn't have to be any of it doesn't have to be one of the existing points. You can place it anywhere, right? So what happen next is the k-means will assign each of our data points to the closest centroid. In this case, it can be done easily by joining this equidistant line. So you can see that we have made this line, and why we have done that, so that we can just demonstrate that the k-means is going to assign each of the data points to the closest centroid, right? So the next step is very interesting. We need to calculate the center of mass or center of gravity for each of the clusters or the preliminary clusters that we have identified. So of course the centroid is not included in this calculation. For example, in this case you can see, for example, for the blue cluster, we need to take all the x coordinates and take an average, and take all the y coordinates, take an average, and then it will give us the position of the center of mass, and then we move the centroid to those positions. The thing is, the ultimate objective is to have to repeat the process. We just have to keep on calculating the center of mass, and we have to move the centroid to those positions. You can see now, now we are changing the position. Why? Because we have taken the we've taken all the x coordinates and take a average, and we have taken all the y coordinates, taken the average, and then it will give us the position of center of mass, and we move the centroid to those positions. Once they have moved, we have to repeat the process and reassign the data points to the closest centroid. And so again, the equidistant line change the colors of data points and assign again, and we calculate the center of gravity, center of mass, move the centroids, and do the process again, right? So it's a repetitive process, it's an iterative process, right? So reassign center of the mass, move the centroids, do the process again, reassign the calculate the center of mass, move the centroids, do the process again, right? Until we get in the situation where doing the process again doesn't change anything. Like in this state, we have drawn the equidistant line. Like in this case, you can see it's a repetitive process, and now we have reached to the conclusion. In the previous step, you can see, in this case we have to repeat the process until we get in the situation where doing the process again doesn't change anything. Like in this state, we have drawn the equidistant line already, and the blue points are above and red points are below. So that means we have come to the end and of the k-means clustering step-by-step process, and those are final centroids, and that's how the k-mean clustering actually work. So very simple, as you can see, but very effective as well. Now we have 2 clusters, and we can go ahead and try to interpret what they mean from a business and from a domain knowledge sense. And now I hope you must have understood from this short little video that how the k-means clustering work. So k-mean clustering is just the iterative kind of algorithm which is keep on repeating the process until unless we have able to make a cluster so that there will be no overlapping remains, right? So thanks for watching, guys. See you next video.